Hello. Whew. I just wanted to record some of my thoughts to help me process things and to I don't know, keep uh have some kind of running line in my mind that I'm you know, I don't know, doing something consistently. um so I was just oh, I just went on a walk and it was a walk slash run. I was running a good bit. But I'm just thinking about how it's important to have consistency and a positive self-compassionate mindset. How these are things that I've been missing for a lot of my life in a lot of areas of my life. Um, Not every area, but a lot of areas. Um, so I'm just trying to learn more what is self-compassion like and how to gravitate immediately to comforting thoughts towards optimistic and practical and realistic, but also sometimes realistic means letting go of worry and being able to just bask in and enjoy um, security. And that kind of, if we do that consciously in our mind, I think that, especially for people like myself, I mean, I'll just speak for me. For me, I'm a very, I tend to be very analytical in my head, mind racing, OCD thoughts. Um, you know, it sometimes gets really scary because I literally feel like my mind has a mind of its own and I can't control what's going on in it, and then it makes me feel really afraid and affects all the choices that I make in ways that don't allow me to enjoy being alive. And uh, yeah, I think that consistency is really consistency I think is the key to, for one, improving my health because that's my main goal. I know a lot of my anxiety is because I have poor cardiovascular health, because I have uh I don't know, probably vitamin deficiencies. I don't know, probably I'm just not the healthiest person. I've lived my life pretty unhealthy. I just stopped smoking like a couple years ago. Stopped drinking, smoking weed, all of that. Maybe like around 5 years ago. I don't really feel like doing the math right now. And yeah, so I think that the consistency is the key to um, improving my health and consistency. I can only do that if I'm communicating to myself um, on the more intellectual, like word-based level. If I'm communicating to myself that I am safe, I am secure, um, I am perfect as I am in this moment, and really allowing these things to be soaked in because those momentary feelings, I don't have to try to control everything and paint the perfect analytical picture for all of my lifetime. I'm only feeling into a single moment, and those thoughts and feelings are utterly true in many moments. It's good to feel and think these things in many moments, and that I think that allows. I don't know, allows me to like loosen up in unexpected ways, allows me to breathe deeper, to focus on breathing, to be looking around and seeing my surroundings, not in this like fearful way, but in this I'm just enjoying being alive kind of way. And that kind of mindset is what allows me to be enjoying exercise because I'm actually there, like feeling in my body. I can, I'm not just doing something based on numbers, you know, run however long, walk however long, do however many repetitions of an exercise. I'm doing things based on how it feels and wanting to feel interested and engaged and entertained and enjoying, enjoying the nature when I'm outside. Uh, yeah, in order to be consistent with improving my fitness and my cardiovascular health and having a less, I don't know how to say it, like less nervous physiology. Just having like I don't know, just having my physiology work in different ways that doesn't exacerbate anxiety. Um, in order for these things to happen, like I have to be consistent and kind of focus my life around it. And, I think I also have a lot of survivor's guilt. Like I tend to have thoughts and feelings like, why me? Why should I experience this? But I think that everybody should be able to have the thought that when we're able to become healthier ourselves and we're granted the grace and the opportunity, um, and when we do become happier, then we're able to spread that happiness and health to other people and give other people opportunities to do the same. So, I think that kind of survivor's guilt kind of thing, um, it just goes back to I can, um, at some point when I'm healthier, be really capable um, of being there for the people I love. I can be there now, but just in different ways. I'm talking about more like monetary ways, things that afford people the same opportunity to be able to disconnect. The things that afford the ones I love the same opportunity to be able to focus on their health, focus on slowing down, focus on getting the overloaded stress hormones out of their body. Um, so it's actually, also an act of loving other people when we exercise and um, take extra effort and care and really sink into the gratitude and the security and being like, I mean, sometimes you might have to be like, okay, if I have experienced so much hardship and discomfort and trauma, then surely I deserve peace and, I kind of deserve the opposite of that to balance things out. And then, always be thinking to do something. I mean, for me at least, I'm thinking always like my health, like how can I use my health to, um, to love other people. Um, and yeah, um, so that's really vague. And I don't know, I'm trying to stay away from being too analytical about things because that tends to be my kind of downfall, like feeling like I need answers to everything, feeling like, um, I don't know, feeling like I just have to analyze everything. Um, my battery is low. Um, but I'm wanting to experience things more on the level of just being, not reflecting, not analyzing, not um, going back and, you know, or not trying to like make something really deep and profound, or, um, feeling like I have to have a philosophical reason or a philosophical explanation for every little thing. I just want to be more in the realm of my body, and and help get my mind into a flow state where I don't feel like I'm actively processing, actively thinking, a flow state where it's like my mind can actually rest. That's something else I'm exploring, is this idea of rest and what rest actually is for me. And in that moment, it's like one moment rest might be taking a nap, another moment rest for me might be running, rest for me might be doing a puzzle, or rest might be lifting weights, like let or it might be cooking, or it might be um you know trying to think of the things that I do. I don't really do that much. I mean, I don't really go out and do things um with people, because I feel like, I do have agoraphobia that I'm working with. I do have a lot of realistic concerns for, I want to keep myself secure and protected to be on the path I am. I am in a vulnerable spot, and I get distracted so easily. So easily, because I get obsessed with wanting to help people in situations, wanting to take control that's not mine to take, like wanting to wanting things to be a certain way, and feeling upset that I'm not in the position to do anything about it. Um, and also just finding people where I can, like, I'm really good at getting along with just random people. But when it comes to like finding a community that I am actually like, oh, I actually feel like I can drop down my guard, and I actually feel like I can be honest and be here for other people, and um experience other people being here for me, and be like, oh my God, it's okay for us to actually enjoy things together. And it doesn't, I can just like go on a nice hike and not have to have it be about um I don't know, um like, I don't have to go out for dinner, since I don't like to go out for dinner. Like, I can just go on a hike with people. It's like, me kind of that sounds funny, but I'm just kind of like, um oh, I can enjoy spending time with people in a way that actually feels good to me as an individual, and it isn't just kind of based on, well, what do humans do? I guess I will do what humans do. Humans go out to dinner, so I will go out to dinner. Um, yeah, so that's just kind of where I am at right now. Continuing to eat a lot, um, and exercise every day. I haven't had any panic attack symptoms in the past like 4 days or so. No, none of that dizziness, none of that, you know. And I'm not looking for it also. I'm not overanalyzing my symptoms. I also have health anxiety. Anyway, things have been better in the past. Things will be better in the future. I have patience, and I have a really good day today. I have really good days. a lot of the time. Being in this stage of growth doesn't mean that I have to be suffering or mentally imagining myself as in a stage of suffering in my life. I don't have to be mentally imagining myself as a stage of being in a stage of just patience and waiting. Like it's okay for me to be like, oh, I am actually here, present in this time of my life. I can um, do things to enjoy it and have a self-compassion mindset, um, and just take small steps. I'd rather take small, consistent steps than, you know, giant, um, I don't know, giant steps that don't allow me to really grow into something and really feel my perspective on it and really feel like something has become a part of me. Um, anyway, I'm going to do schoolwork today. That is another struggle for me, having my mind focus on schoolwork. Um, but that's something I'm going to work on to try to see it as um, I don't know, just thinking about my degree one day isn't enough for me, honestly. Like in my day to day, like I don't feel caring about that kind of thing um, that much. So I think I'll just think about like, I don't know, maybe try to be like, oh, I can use this as an opportunity to be in a flow state, to enjoy being in a flow state, and be like, I'm on a journey of learning how for my mind and body to work in um, collaboration, or not collaboration, but cooperation for my brain and my mind to work in cooperation with each other, each supporting each other, each being best friends inward. So that's the mindset I'm going to try to work on when I do school instead of, having these kind of unprocessed thoughts. Like I normally don't say this out loud to myself or, I don't write it down. I don't say it to anyone. I don't fully recognize it myself, but sometimes I feel like I have this thought like, oh no, I have to do school. It's going to be so difficult. I'm going to be reading about scary things, or I don't know. I'm reading about cybersecurity right now, and it's talking about like espionage and like all this stuff that sometimes when I'm really anxious, it just like is too much for my imagination. And anyway, I'm yeah. Alrighty, TTFN.